Hello,
Hello,
welcome back to the channel. I am V and
goodie babe.
yeah, so today we are going to be reacting to a video titled Must Eat German Food, the ultimate German food tour. Guys, we really don't know if this food are traditional German cuisines. We don't know, we have no idea, so let us know if this food is a traditional dish, and also let us know in the comment section which food is indigenous to where you come from in Germany. Let us know in the comment section. Let's get right into this video.
Hello and welcome to Travel Beans. I'm Emma, behind the camera is Alex, and today we want to show you some of the foods that you have to try when visiting Germany. For us, travel isn't only about seeing new places, but also about having new experiences. In this video, we hope to encourage you to try something new and to experience some of the delicious cuisine Germany has to offer. Guys, we're back in Germany. I can't believe it, and we are so excited to be bringing you along on another series around Europe. We're making our way down to Italy. In the last series, we had such a blast on our trip around Bavaria, so we had to include Germany on our list of places this time. So we are here in Cologne, and as it turns out, there's more to German food than just sausages. So today, we're going to eat our way around this beautiful city. But first, make sure you leave in the comments what's your favorite German food, or what German food would you like to try?
I have subconsciously been training for this moment for about the last 10 years. Since in my 20s, I've been getting fatter and fatter every year, and now I've come to realise it's so my stomach would expand to fit this inside it. This is the pork knuckle, which is a popular dish here in Germany, and especially in Bavaria. I had to get it just for the comically sized dinosaur bone that you would see in the Flintstone. I can't tell you the smells that are coming out of this, but it's outrageous. I have been addicted to German food since our last German series, and I went crazy for sausages. I wanted them everywhere. It's taken every inch of willpower to not get sausages and get something else, and I've still gone for pork. I've gone for the biggest bit of pork that's ever existed. Traditionally, this was peasant food because it's an inexpensive cut of meat, which they would marinate over a number of days and then slow cook it over a number of hours. It comes on a bed of mashed potato with sauerkraut. Where do you start with this? It sounds very salty. It looks perfect. Oh my god. It's ridiculously good. It's as good as it looks, which is a massive compliment because it looks amazing. Germany has to be one of the best places for meat eaters. I have talked in the past about Turkey being a great place, America's a great place for meat eaters. Germany is well on your list.
But Germany is not just for meat eaters. There is plenty to choose for vegetarians also. I have gone for a traditional German noodle dish called Käsespätzle. It's essentially a German version of mac and cheese. You have noodles covered in cheese, and in this case also covered in onions with a side salad. Not important. What we're here for is the cheesy noodles. That's really nice. The gravy and the onions on top give it a really savory, salty taste. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's definitely not healthy. It doesn't taste healthy in the slightest. But actually, the thing that I find with mac and cheese at home is it can be a bit too sickly. This doesn't taste like it's going to be too sickly because the cheese isn't an overpowering cheese taste. I think they usually use a mixture of cheeses, but usually stuff like Gouda, which is quite mild. This is delicious. Alright there, Al.
I'm dying. That's not a normal amount of food to put in your body. I didn't even get like halfway through the meat. I've got it to take home with me. This was just the first meal. But we need to have the value of the best food to eat in Germany. So we must power on. Just give me a minute. I'm now ready for round two, and the next thing to do has to be a beer garden. These things are all over over Germany, and it's where you're going to get your snacks. I need a bit more time to create some more space for another big meal. So for now, the next thing that you need to try, I've never tried this before, so it's also the thing that I need to try, is met or metbrocken, which is basically raw pork. Yes, raw pork with bread. It also has raw onion on top. I'm pretty excited about basically all.
How do you guys eat raw meat? I know eating raw things are like eating raw stuff is synonymous with Chinese people. Like they eat a lot of raw things, especially things that are still alive. Now Germans, you guys eat raw pork. I'm not saying it's a bad thing actually, but then I cannot eat it. It's your food, it's amazing, it's unique, and you guys love it. I appreciate that, but that's not me.
So they eat it with the blood in it as it's raw now. They don't wash off the...
They will definitely clean it. And the way it is, it looks grinded. Like the way it is on this bread now, it looks grinded. So they'll wash it now. They'll wash it, prepare it, grind it, like prepare. They will not just kill it and carry it and be eating it now.
They want to take it fresh now.
Oh good.
All German food, and this is one that doesn't really excite me. Just the raw pork aspect.
Raw everything.
But here they serve it in a lot of the beer garden, so I've got to test it out.
Cooking some things here in Nigeria.
Germany, you've done it again. It's amazing.
Really?
I think inside it's just got maybe some spices, some salt and pepper. It doesn't taste raw. It's hard to explain. It just kind of tastes sausagey and nice and porky.
Is it like a pate?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's just kind of like a pork pate. I think that they have specific ways of serving this so you don't get sick. So it has to be eaten on the day of being served. But I can say that I'm pleasantly surprised, and you definitely have to try this when you come here.
I'm shocked.
And then wash it down with a local beer. Oh, the Germans, you've nailed it.
I am super excited to try this. What I have ordered is Kartoffelpuffer, which is essentially potato roast.
Like Germans are the biggest beer consuming people.
Are you serious?
They take a lot of beer.
Served with different things depending on what you're going for. One of the more traditional ways to have it is actually with apple sauce, which is not what I would think initially that you would team with potato rosties. So I'm really intrigued to try it. If you watched our last series when we were in Bavaria, we actually cooked up some of these to have with a breakfast, kind of in place of like a hash brown or a potato rosti. And it worked really well, although it's not the traditional way to have it. So today I thought I'd go a little bit more traditional, and I try it with apple sauce. It's so crispy and crunchy. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's just, listen to that. There's a lot of oil there. So, oh my goodness. So essentially it's like potato, and then maybe to bind it I think there's flour, maybe eggs also, but essentially it's just potato. That's all it is. Okay, and so this is the apple sauce. It's actually got really big chunks of apple in there. Initially you have all of this really crunchy, crispy corn a bit, and then underneath that you have this kind of salty, smooth potato bit on the inside with the sweetness from the apple. Surprisingly good. I can't decide which I prefer, with the apple sauce or savoury. I think they're equally as good, but just for...
It can't be taken without the apple.
It can, but
it goes with it.
This is the dish. Just like how you have gari and soup. You cannot just be chewing the gari, you need the soup by the side. But then if you want to eat this alone, you can.
Different times. This is definitely a must try in Germany. Something to make a note of if you're planning on coming to Germany in the summertime is the wasps. They are relentless and they're everywhere. They'll hover around your food, your beers, and especially, as we've just found out, the bakery. In Europe, if you're not going to the bakeries, you're doing something really wrong. Germany is no exception. There are so many things to choose from. It can be quite overwhelming. I actually went inside this bakery to get a pretzel, but I thought, why not try something completely new and something that I've seen everywhere here in Cologne especially. They're called nugget pretzels, and I actually don't think this is bread. I believe it's pastry twisted to look like a pretzel, which is covered in nugget and or nougat, I don't know how you pronounce that, and slices of almond. I really have no idea what to expect, but there are hundreds of them hanging inside the bakery, so they must be popular.
Even with all that wasp juice?
The wasp juice is what gives it its delicious flavour. Well, I can see why the wasps like it. It's incredible.
This is now my final meal of the day, and I'm going to be honest, I am struggling. So one of my little tips for anyone that needs a second wind is to get a Coke or a fizzy drink of your choice. Other brands are available. Now what you do is it's nice and fizzy. It should bubble up inside you. You have a little burp, and it frees up loads of space, and now I'm ready for what is the final meal. This is the world famous schnitzel. If you've lived under a rock and you're like, what the hell is a schnitzel? It's basically a piece of meat that has been pounded into its life and then covered in breadcrumbs and then fried. There is a bit of debate where this originally came from, but there is no debate that this is a very, very popular dish here in Germany, and it's the dish that was most recommended to me on our previous series in Germany. Very excited to try this. I can't believe I never have, considering it's just meat and breadcrumbs, and it sounds right in my alley. I've gone for a pork one with a mushroom sauce, which apparently the Germans love drizzling on. So, when in Rome... Does that look as bad as it looks to me?
Yes.
I mean, I could do it in a nice sexy way, but I think it's more funny to just let it like plop out. And then one more, ready? Plop. I already know that I'm gonna love this. I just don't know how much I'm gonna love it.
So your third pork dish today.
I've had a lot of pork, and not with no sausages, which for me is a miracle. I love it, obviously. In terms of the meals I had today, worst one of the day.
Oh my goodness.
Which I am surprised about. It's a little bit dry. But I think that's the restaurant I'm at, not necessarily the meal. But I still love it. I don't care about that. The mushroom sauce is great as well, and there's a lot of choices for different types of ones. I went for mushrooms, but there is plenty for you to enjoy.
Our final food on today's gastronomy tour of Germany is Flammkuchen, which is essentially a flatbread or pizza style food. It's traditionally, rather than tomato base like the Italians would do it, it's covered in a creme fraiche base, and the traditional one is served with bacon and onions, but I've gone for a mushroom and onion version as I'm vegetarian. It's really thin on the base. I don't know if you can see quite how thin that is, but I think this is going to be a pretty epic beer garden snack because it doesn't look too stodgy. It doesn't look like it's going to fill me up too much, but it looks pretty tasty. This is an epic beer garden snack. This base here is so thin and crispy and light. That's not going to fill me up at all, which is good because the beers certainly are. The toppings are actually really thin. They haven't gone overboard with them or anything like that, so it's not too overpowering. It's light, it's tasty, perfect to have with a lovely German beer.
I need a C-section because this food baby is coming out stat.
I'm so full, but that was a pretty epic day.
That was pretty amazing. That was more calories than well, that's not more calories than I consumed in a day. I've done that before many times.
What was your favourite thing?
Okay, it wasn't even on the menu today. Sausages is still the number one thing I've had in Germany. Pork knuckle second. Schnitzel way down at the bottom compared to everything. Sausages is the must.
Which is funny
have.
because actually today at the beginning of the day, schnitzel was the thing you were most excited to try. Disappointing.
That's how it goes.
Whereas I was pleasantly surprised by the baked goods that we got at the bakery. I was not expecting that, and it was lovely.
Which one will you eat first?
All of the food. I think that second one, that man too was okay.
Which one was the second one again?
The one, that very one that asked if they don't eat without, what's it called? Without a drink.
Okay.
Yes.
I think the very food I'm going to try if I get to, the first German food I would like to try is the, I don't know if that's a schnitzel now, but the one that had the pork and the potato.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that they prepared, pouring the beer on it. Please, what's the name of that food? That's what I want to try then. After
Was
that,
it in this very film or the other one? It was in the other video.
It was in the other video, but the same way, like how they prepare it is how they prepared this one.
Okay.
So I'd like to try that food, and I would like to try like the different varieties of sausages, and I would like to eat. I want to eat all the food. This ice cream pasta too. I would like to eat that one.
Spaghetti. Okay, is what you just mentioned.
That's ice cream pasta. Yeah, German food is actually amazing, but then I would like to know which food is synonymous with your home, your where you come from. I would like to know which food is synonymous with where you come from. Let us know in the comment section. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Guys, we are foreigners learning about German food. Please don't come for us in the comment section. No insults, please. We are learning. We don't know if these foods are your traditional meals or not. You are to tell us. Let us know that this is not a traditional meal. This is not a traditional German cuisine. Then if you know any video that covers the traditional German cuisine, please would appreciate it if you post a link in the comment section.
And I would so much love the person that will drop the link.
Yeah, thank you for watching. See you right in the next video.
Bye.